The scent of lavender candles filled the room, but the air felt unnaturally still, like something was about to break. Maya sat at the head of the table, her fingers absent-mindedly tracing the delicate embroidery of the cloth. It was her 45th birthday. Beneath her ribs, a quiet, hidden life stirred, fragile, hopeful, unaware of the storm gathering overhead. When Julian finally entered, his footsteps weren't rushed. They were heavy, final. He didn't lean in for a kiss, didn't offer even the smallest smile. He simply stood in the doorway, his silhouette sharp against the dim hallway light, like a stranger who had memorized the shape of her home but forgotten her entirely. "You're late for your own celebration," Maya said softly, searching, his face for something, anything, familiar. Julian didn't blink. Instead, he pulled a silver pen from his pocket and placed a stack of documents over her birthday card, covering it completely. "There is no celebration, Maya," he said flatly. "Only a conclusion. I want a divorce." The words didn't echo. They landed. Heavy, crushing. "Julian, I'm 4 months pregnant," she whispered, her voice trembling despite her effort to steady it. "We built this life together. My family's legacy, your family's legacy," he cut in sharply, "is a burden, a relic of the past." His tone had changed, colder, sharper, laced with a confidence that felt newly borrowed. "I spent 15 years playing the supportive husband while I built something real," he continued. "Now I'm moving toward a future that fits me. And you—" His eyes swept over her with quiet dismissal. "You don't." Maya swallowed hard. "Who is she?" The answer stepped into the room before he could speak it. Chloe, young, polished, ambitious, and completely unashamed. She moved beside Julian, resting her hand on his shoulder like she belonged there. The shift in power was instant, calculated. Maya felt it in her chest, the slow collapse of something she had spent years building. "The house goes on the market tomorrow," Julian added, checking his watch like this was a business meeting. "My personal accounts are already moved. There's nothing left here for you." Then Maya's phone vibrated, not softly, violently, persistently, the kind of alert that didn't belong to ordinary life. Julian's eyes snapped toward it. He stepped forward, reaching. But Maya was faster. She slipped the phone into her hand with quiet precision, silencing it before he could see more than the glow. "Who is that?" he demanded. "Your lawyer? Don't waste your time. My team made sure you walk away with exactly what you came with. Nothing." Maya met his gaze. Something in her expression had changed, subtle but unmistakable. "It's just a news alert," she said calmly, tucking the phone away. But she had seen enough. Acquisition complete. Final signature required. The message wasn't from a news outlet. It was from the board. Chloe let out a soft, mocking laugh. "Still playing dignified, huh? Julian, let's go. This place smells like old memories." "Wait." Maya stood, slowly, deliberately. "You're liquidating joint assets?" she asked. "The ones tied to my grandfather's estate?" Julian smirked, stepping closer. "I restructured everything legally." "You signed the documents yourself last year." His voice dropped. "You were too distracted to read them." Maya held his gaze. "I read them," she said quietly. He didn't notice the difference. He turned away, grabbing Chloe's hand, ready to walk out as if the story was already over. But the front door opened before he could reach it. 2 men stood there, tailored suits, expressionless faces, authority radiating without effort. Not movers, not guests, control. One of them stepped forward, tablet in hand. His eyes scanned the room, then stopped at Maya. "Madam Chairperson," he said. "Global markets are reacting. We need your authorization immediately. The board is waiting." Julian froze, completely. Slowly, he turned. What? Did he just call you? The silence stretched, and in that silence, Maya changed. The fragile, heartbroken woman he had dismissed moments ago disappeared. In her place stood someone else entirely. Calm, centered, untouchable. Chairperson? Julian laughed nervously. That's not possible. My wife is a retired teacher. The man, Marcus, ignored him completely, handing the tablet to Maya. The hostile acquisition of Julian's firm is at 80%, he said. We've frozen all operational liquidity pending audit confirmation. Julian's world cracked. My firm, he snapped. That's my empire. Maya glanced at the screen, then back at him. You called me a liability, she said evenly. Said I was too busy nesting to read the fine print. A pause. I signed those papers so you'd move every stolen asset into one place. Her eyes locked onto his, and you did exactly that. Chloe stepped back, panic replacing ambition. You said she was nothing. I am the majority shareholder of the institution holding your debt, Maya said softly. Each word landed like a verdict. I owned the ground you built your empire on. Before you even met me. Julian lunged forward, rage exploding through his shock. You lied to me for 15 years. I watched you, she corrected calmly. Marcus moved instantly, blocking him before he could take another step. Then, sirens. Faint at first, then louder, closer. Blue and red lights flooded the walls, slicing through the illusion of control Julian had wrapped himself in. His knees gave out. He collapsed into the nearest chair, the same place he had stood moments ago delivering his final blow. Now he looked small. Maya. Please, he stammered. We're a family. Think about the baby. She looked down at him. Not with anger, but with clarity. You didn't think about this baby 10 minutes ago? She said quietly. You called our child a distraction. She turned slightly. Give the detectives the file, she told Marcus. Everything is documented. Offshore accounts, forged signatures, kickbacks, all of it. As officers entered, Chloe backed away completely. Her silence, louder than any denial, Julian broke. Completely, the man who had walked in with power was now begging for mercy. He reached for Maya, but she stepped back, effortlessly, decisively. You thought my silence was weakness, she said. A pause. It was strategy, her voice lowered, steady as steel. You were a guest in my life, Julian. Another step back, and your stay is over. As they led him away in handcuffs, Maya stood alone in the center of the room. The candles still burned. The table still waited. But everything had changed. She placed a hand gently over her stomach. A small kick answered her. Life, unshaken, unbroken. She watched the flashing lights disappear into the night, carrying away the illusion of the man she once loved. True power doesn't shout. It waits. And when it speaks, it ends everything.